I hate dating. I hate dating. Everything about it I dislike. It is just a way of exercising your lustful intentions while trying to cover them up as pure ones. You know, I could, I don't know, man. Sometimes I do believe I'm living in the wrong time. Though dated has offered so many privileges, the privilege of getting to know the spouse you are going to spend the rest of your life with, but also it has come with so many downsides that it does not seem worth it. It is a huge gateway that the devil uses to introduce lust into our lives. I could go back as far as fifth grade. I dated in fifth grade. It wasn't really a relationship, but it was just children mimicking what a partnership would look like. I don't even know why I dated, or why I wanted it. Just a desire pushed on to the youth, and we went along with it. And as the years went on, got to high school, it was fun. It was fun because of all the hormones raging in our bodies, we did get to explore ourselves. But at what cost? Because now, majority, a huge majority of the youth have been sexualized to a very extreme degree. And this came about today. I was walking in town and there are so many lust traps for men and women both alike, but mostly men, of course. And it it really vexes me. I hate that I have to guard my eyes, my mind, my thoughts every time I step out the house. And really, I could not blame anyone except for the devil. It is very easy to fall into lust nowadays more than ever, I believe, because we have been programmed to see certain behaviors going on today as normal, revealing your body in a way that accentuates certain features of your body. We see that as normal. We see that as a way to express ourselves. And I do believe there are ways to express ourselves that is elegant and tasteful. But who wants to do that? Everybody wants to compete with one another. Everything is just tight, revealing, exposed. And I know you might think I'm only talking about women, but men too. I had to take this into consideration. I was heading to the gym, of course, picking out the gym outfit I'm gonna have on. and day in, day out, usually wear a very short or sometimes sleeveless vest. Nothing too major, I'll tell myself. But it's only today that I realized that as a man with a generally great physique, you can cause women to lust as well. And gave me a whole new perspective on what women are dealing with. We tell them that, look, you have to dress modestly, you have to look appropriately. Men shouldn't look at you in a certain type of way. But I understand it now, the struggle of having to look that way, especially when majority of clothing stores sell tight, revealing clothing, and that clothing is it's considered to be normal. And jeans are way too revealing to be normal. But as a society, we have agreed that that is a right amount of exposure of the body. That is crazy. That is crazy. The Bible does say, and I'm paraphrasing here, I might be wrong the way I put it, but a man should not be able to see the outline of a woman's body, or you could say the the shape. Yeah, same thing. The outline of a woman's body. And I know you might be saying, "Oh, that's sexist. That's misogynist. Why shouldn't they be able to?" Look, I didn't make the rules. The big man, my Lord and Savior, He made them. We follow. That's how it goes. Because He knows better. Your foolishness. Okay, got that wrong. His foolishness is way wiser than your wisest thoughts, opinions. He gave women this natural power they have. It is a power which can be perverted or used properly as he has intended. But we know how the devil has twisted so many of God's beautiful gifts and creations. So, ladies, I I feel a percentage of your struggle when it comes to being modest, but we could always do better, both men and women, to fight off lust. Lust is a very powerful thing. It can break families, it can break friendships, it can tear down nations, communities. And without all those infrastructures, without all those support groups, the world just falls into chaos, exactly how the devil wants it to be. Exactly how he wants it to be. But it's a shame how ignorant we are, especially the youth. It's a shame how ignorant we are. We are gonna grow up, be old, and complain about how the upcoming generation is ruining the world when we did the exact same thing. And lust is a very powerful weapon that the devil has had time to learn and how to utilize it. And he's very smart. Don't think you're smarter than the devil. But I know some of these things I say go to deaf ears. But there will be a few of you, whether that one boy or girl hears this message, that will be more than enough for me. Spread that awareness. It might multiply into something more, I don't know. But the youth of South Africa needs to know this. Today's concern is lost. Because I have been thinking, I have been observing how easy it has been integrated into our communities. It's crazy. It's crazy how potent it is. How the devil just lays it bare in front of our faces, but yet we still are ignorant to it. And our youth is doing no better by pushing this garbage to the upcoming generation. The YouTubers that we so put, we the YouTubers we look up to, especially South African YouTubers, they're not helping the generation at all. Majority of them. I do know there are some out there that are famous that are doing some pretty good work. Dating is just not for me. I mean, the word does say some men will not get married. Paraphrasing again. Man, I need to know these scriptures by head. But some men, their purpose lies in advancing the kingdom of the Lord. I might just be one of them. Might not. If you do suffer from lust, get married. And do it within the confines of matrimonial marriage. Why did I get born in this time? But hey, it is what it is. We, as young men and women, have to work with what we have and try to make the world a better place. That sounded so cliche, but yes, that's how it's gotta work. Nah, this world is doomed anyways. But of course, make the world a better place, but it's doomed. The end days are among us. The end days are among us. The word speaks of events happening exactly the way they are. Go read Revelations. You'll understand what I'm talking about. So, whichever youth is listening to this, as harsh as this advice might be, don't date. Don't date. It's not worth it. You might think you'll be able to control it, but how many of us have passed that? How many of us have gotten there and said the exact same thing, and we ended up fornicating, ended up getting into messes we did not plan, having children way too early. A child is a gift to the Lord, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm 20 now. I do enjoy having conversations with young ladies, ones that hold themselves with integrity, of course, and with a very just fun character. I'm not saying be socially awkward, but have boundaries in place. Don't date, because you shouldn't even be dating if you're not going to date for marriage. Still too young, still way too young. In my advice, I think the appropriate age for men to actually think about getting married is 30, but if God calls you to it before then, that's God's plan, man. That's God's plan. Yeah, that is today's thought. Don't date, flee from lust, because it has taken way, way more powerful people compared to you. Kings in the Bible, kings, literal kings, have suffered huge devastations because of lust. Who do you think you are? Think you are better than King David, the man who sought God's heart? You're not. I'm not. We are not even close. So, that's the advice for today. Don't date, flee from lust, chase God's heart, desire to know Him. What more do you need in this life?